Welcome back to the Huddle YouTube channel. I'm your host, Owen, and today we're going to be going over my day 1 draft grades. However, instead of making one long extended video where you're going to have to sit there and sift through each team and try to find where your team is talked about so you can watch about 5 minutes of a 40-minute video, I'm going to make individual videos for each team that picked in the first round. Now, if you were a team that had multiple picks, I'm going to talk about you guys in one video together with all your picks in there. If you just have one pick, it's going to be a shorter one. I'm just going to give my thoughts on your guys' pick and what you should be doing going forward with the draft. So, with that out of the way, let's get started. At number 25, the Buffalo Bills trade up and take Dalton Kincaid. This is why I wanted to break these down into individual videos. So that way I didn't have a 45-minute video and 10 minutes of it is me talking to Bills fans. Let me maximize my recording tab. Bills fans, we need to talk. Now, I know I've seen a lot of people come down from the hysteria now that it's been a whole night. They were able to sleep on it and read what actual experts had to say about the pick. But, my God, I think this fan base is becoming really toxic, and I can't stand it. People are flipping out at every little thing that happens with this regime. We have been given zero reason to doubt what Brandon Beane and Sean McDermott were doing. They turned a team that had never been to the playoffs or hadn't been to the playoffs in this since I was born, since I was alive. They had never been to the playoffs. They then turned it around after one season, had a bum season where they were establishing things, and then they continuously built upon it. And I saw people being like, well, Brandon Beane doesn't know how to draft. He only ever had 2 good draft picks. And this or that. And it was all sparked because they traded up to get Dalton Kincaid here. Let me address the pick with Kincaid first, because that's what people are here for. Kincaid was my number 1 tight end. He was a top 15 player I had graded in this class. He is a Travis Kelce-esque wide receiver, bulked up wide receiver tight end, who I think is a genuine contributor in the passing game. And with all the Bills fans saying that we needed, and just critics saying that we need to add more firepower to the offense, Gabe Davis is not a number 2 receiver. Keep him at number 3 positioning where he was able to succeed the past 2 seasons before this one, where he had a guy who was a number 2 dude, and he was able to be more the deep threat and not have to worry about working over the middle of the field and winning with routes and winning in the short area and having that chemistry. That is what Kincaid will fill. He will be that guy that Allen looks to in the middle of the field with route running. And I think, in general, he's going to complement what we already have on the offense. So, as a pure picking the best player available and somebody who complements them as well as jumping in front of the Cowboys to do so, I think it's a great pick. I think player where you got him, he fell a little bit in my opinion. With the need of adding an offensive weapon piece, fits right there. And that's what a lot of people say. It was either that or linebacker, but the linebacker class isn't that phenomenal. And the one guy I have as a ground 1 grade isn't a schematic fit for the Bills. So I was fine not going linebacker here. Or even D-tackle, because Mozzie Smith went next. I haven't found with Mozzie Smith. I think this was the best pick they could have made with what the talent was remaining on the board and what they needed to add in offense. So they've been wanting to move to 12 personnel since Dable was here. When Dable first came in, there was talk about them moving to 12 personnel. They brought in O.J. Howard, Tyler Kroft. They tried out Tommy Sweeney. Now, he had injuries that put him on the shelf, and he wasn't really able to develop. O.J. Howard just wasn't all that good. Tyler Kroft had 1 season, and he wasn't even that good. So they've been trying to find this secondary tight end to complement Knox and what they have in Gilliam as a fullback tight end hybrid to be able to run the ball more and get more versatility and variability to their offense. So now they have their inline blocker with Knox, who, yes, the main issue is everyone's saying we paid him $50 million and then we go draft a tight end in the first round. That's true. And he wasn't as good as you'd expect him to be. He didn't take as big of a next step as they wanted him to after they gave him the contract. However, he's still a good tight end. And he's going to be the inline blocker to complement Kincaid, who's going to be more your move tight end. So now you can run a lot more 2 tight end sets, which gives you an extra blocker, no matter if Kincaid can still stand to grow there. He can still a better blocker than, say, Isaiah McKenzie. So now you have this other receiving option who still can provide some blocking in the run game to complement Dawson Knox, who is a good, not great blocker and good, not great receiver. You have that complement, and now they're finally moving towards the part of the playbook they've been trying to install for literal years. So not only are you helping out Allen by giving him more weaponry, you're also moving towards an offense you've been trying to instill to help out with your running game, and overall is just a good pickup. And the fact that people are saying that Brandon Beane has only ever drafted 2 good players, or that they don't know how to draft, fire them because chill out. You guys are getting super fucking toxic online. This is a good pick. Dalton Kincaid is a great player. Do not take out the fact that you are impatient and can't stand losing in a playoff game after having never made the playoffs in a fucking decade. Take it out on this player who was drafted with a 25th overall pick, despite him being way more valuable than that. He's going to be a great player for us. He's going to be that needed offensive addition that people are clamoring for. Everyone wanted us to take wide receiver. Well, all the wide receivers were gone. So people who want us to take wide receiver, why are you mad at this pick? For people who want us to help out Allen, why are you mad at this pick? The only people who should be mad at this pick are people who want a linebacker or deep tackle, but I could argue that besides Mozzie Smith, there wasn't really any talent really there, and I'd rather have this guy who's going to be a dynamic receiving option for us than a nose tackle, even though I'm one of the biggest Mozzie Smith fans you'll ever find. So, chill the fuck out. Like, we need to calm down with all the fucking hate that this front office and coaching staff is getting. Let them cook. They've not given us any reason to doubt them so far. They've turned a team that had holes everywhere and barely made the playoffs because they were just playing hard and got coached up well, to now being a team that has practically one hole on the roster, which is linebacker, which there's still every other linebacker besides Jack Campbell available for day 2. Let's chill out. You guys are toxic as shit. Please, just let them do what they need to do, and don't take it out on this rookie because he's not who you thought they should draft. That is my salvo. We need to talk. We need to just chill out, enjoy what we're about to see when it comes to a high-flying offense with a totally different dimension we did not have last year when it comes to having 2 tight ends, both of which can be receivers, and Dalton Kincaid, who's going to be a much better receiver than Knox immediately. But Knox will be the better blocker. They'll be able to run both those guys all the time, and now you won't have to rely on whoever your wide receiver 3 is. They'll have Davis being their deep threat, Diggs to be their route runner, and then those two tight ends. Chill out. All right. Sorry, I got heated for that pick. If you're still here, I give it an A. I mean, not A+ because I kind of had my heart set on Mozzie Smith, but A.